I would like to introduce to you Joe Walsh.
Thank you. Can everybody hear me? I want everybody in the room, if you're younger than 27, get your butts up off the seat. Stand up right now. Okay. Stand up! Turn to the person to your left, because we're all of the left, right? Turn to the person on your left and tell the person on your left you will do whatever it takes to defend freedom. Say that right now! Turn to the person on your right. Turn to the person on your right and say again, loud and proud, whatever it takes. Whatever it takes. Sit down. Thank you. And thank you, Charlie Kirk and Crystal and Turning Point USA for inviting me down to be in your presence. And I mean that. To be in your presence, to be with you. Because here's what I believe. And I want you to pull yourself out a little bit from this weekend in Palm Beach. I want you to get what's been going on at school. Just take that out of your head for a moment. I don't want you thinking about your boyfriend or your girlfriend or your cis transgender friend. I don't want you thinking about any of that right now. Don't think about Christmas. Don't think about the New Year. In fact, for the next 25 or 30 minutes, I don't want you to think about Cruz, Rubio, Paul. What's the big obnoxious guy's name? Trump! Trump! Oh, I said big and right away somebody said Christie. That's not I want you to pull yourself out of the 2016 race. Stop thinking about it for a moment. Stop thinking right now, please, for the next, as long as you've got me this afternoon, for the next 10, 20, 30 minutes, stop thinking about Hillary versus who. I want you to do me a favor. You love your family. Don't think about your family right now. While I'm with you right now, don't think about anything that's going on in your life right now. And I want you to take a leap with me. I want you to suspend yourself with me for just one moment. And I want you to believe what I'm about to tell you. Because I believe this. This is why I went to Congress 5 years ago. This is why I went to Washington 5 years ago to go after Republicans and Democrats. It's why I'm on the radio for 4 hours every day yelling like this. It's why I'll probably be dead in another year. Because I yell like this for 4 hours every day. I believe this. Every single word I'm about to tell you, I believe in my head and in my heart. And I'm just a wee bit older than you, a lot older than you, and I want you for the next 45 minutes to believe it too. Please believe what I'm about to tell you. We right now, what's the date today? 19th. December 19th, 2015. We right now in America, December 19th, 2015, we right now in America, a year before the next election, we live in revolutionary times. Believe that. I believe, in fact, that we have begun the third American Revolution. I'm going to explain what this means, but I want you to believe it with me for a second. I believe right now, as we stand here and sit here in Palm Beach, this country, this good, great, decent country, has begun the third American Revolution. Whoa! First American Revolution, we all know what it was. A bunch of old white guys gave us something unbelievable that had never been done before. They gave us a free country. First time ever in this planet's history, a country was founded upon an idea. And do you know what? Republicans and Democrats, let me steal a Turning Point USA word. Republicans and Democrats sometimes suck so bad. They mess this up. The beauty of America, remember, you're not thinking about the election. You're not thinking about who you're going out with tonight. You're not thinking about that boyfriend of yours and what he's going to give you for Christmas. You now are living in revolutionary times. You're thinking about the revolution with me. We were given this. It had never been done before. It's never been done since. I'm going to give you freedom. Your life is yours. The money you make is yours. The business you start is yours. The healthcare decisions you make are yours. It's your life. You're free. Go be responsible. And that thing we call government, we will keep out of your hair. That was about 17 seconds. In 17 seconds, that's what you were given. That's what your parents were given. That's what your grandparents were given. Never been done before. You were given freedom. And a lot of people lost their lives. A lot of people lost their fortunes. A lot of people lost everything to give you that. And you know what I love? You know what I love? This wasn't that long ago. How old is the planet? 14, 15 billion years old? How long have humans been on this planet? 20, 30,000 years? This country is 230 some years old. This wasn't that long ago. You were given a gift. No other people in the planet had been given this gift. The first American Revolution. The second American Revolution, the Civil War, to make sure that everybody got that gift. This country fought. People in this country died. Brothers killed brothers throughout the country. The second American Revolution, the Civil War, to make sure that African Americans here had the same freedom. And now we're living in, we've begun the third. Because now we live in an unbelievably silly, crazy, dangerous country where men and women are no longer free. Now, when I say that to people, and I speak all over the country, and I say this, a lot of people don't buy it. Joe, it's still a free country. I can still do what I want. I can still worship the God I want to worship. I can still hang out with whoever I want to hang out with. I can say what I want to say. Not anymore. Not anymore. Some filmmaker took what? A camera onto Yale University, a pretty good school? Probably not. Yale University, a pretty good school? A week or two ago, most of the students at Yale University wanted to repeal the First Amendment. Most of the students at Yale University signed a petition to repeal the First Amendment. Many of them did so enthusiastically. You guys live with it? That is one ugly tie. Who bought you this?
I think Mom did.
Nothing against your mom, that is an ugly tie. If I said this to him, where do you go to school?
Michigan State.
If I said that on Michigan State, and I told him on Michigan State's campus that that was an ugly tie, he would be offended, he'd feel unsafe, I'd never be able to go on that campus again. This goes on everywhere. This goes on everywhere. That's not a bad tie. Tell your mom Mom, I'll go in on another tie with her. We'll get you good. We laugh a lot right now at how soft college kids are. Their feelings are easily hurt. They don't feel safe. You black students and students of color, if you walk by them a little too close, it's an act of racism. This goes on everywhere. And it's not just college campuses. The average American right now doesn't get to keep half of what he or she makes. The average American right now does not get to keep half of what he or she makes. You're not free. You're not free if you don't get to keep what you earn. Those guys that gave us what they gave us, do you know what? Right? I mean, they would go to war. Jefferson, Madison, Adams. These guys would declare war on their government right now if you put them in this room in Palm Beach right now and you told them that the federal government and the state government of Florida together take 52 cents out of every dollar you make. That would be an act of war. You keep 50 cents of every dollar you make, you're not free. You're not free. I should have a right to carry a gun wherever I want to carry a gun in this country to defend myself, my family, and my business. I can't do that now in America. I'm in Illinois, but it's not just Illinois. I carry everywhere. I don't pay attention to the law, but I carry... No, I'm not carrying right now. Helene wouldn't let me. I'm not carrying right now. I carry everywhere, but it's not just Illinois. You're restricted as to where you can carry. Here's what's happening. How many people in this room consider themselves to be a Republican? Get the hands up. Oh, that's terrible. Know that all those hands went up. I'm kidding. We used to have two parties that fought. We used to have two parties that debated. We used to have two parties that opposed each other. The Democrat Party is easy. The Democrat Party has never changed. The Democrat Party, I served with them, God bless them. They are good at what they do. The Democrat Party stands for big government. They believe in big government. The Democrat Party wants and believes every single day to make you dependent upon government, and then you will vote for them. The Democrats do this, they're very good at this. And that's why my Turning Point USA warriors, because the Democrats have been so good about this for so long, that's why Barack Obama's in the White House. That's why right now there's, man, I gotta tell you something. I got to be honest with you. I worry about when I will ever see another Republican president in my lifetime. The Democrats are beating us right now. They're very good at what they do. Now, you and I know, don't we, that it's pretty easy to be a Democrat, don't we? You and I know, don't we, that it's very easy to do what Democrats do. Stand up. I'm changing my mind again. That's an ugly tie. I will get you a new tie. What's your favorite color?
Green.
Green. I will buy you the most beautiful green tie you've ever seen. Deal?
Deal.
Okay, I'm running for Congress next year. Will you vote for me?
Absolutely.
Done! It works! It works! God bless it! It works! That's what Democrats do! Look, I served in Congress for 2 years, and I'm not exaggerating. I slept on the floor in my office. I turned down my health care, I turned down my pension, I limited myself to no more than 3 terms. And to show you how good I was, I only served once. But I would go to bed in my Capitol Hill office, and I'd see the golden dome over there of the Capitol, and I'd think to myself, oh my God, how beautiful it would be. Just once I want to be a Democrat. It's like being Santa Claus. I could wake up every day and I could give people stuff. You need a haircut. Those shoes are ugly. Total makeover. Oh! And you go down the line. Who needs what? Who needs what? I'll give you. Free contraceptives. High five. How about it? Woo! Baby, he didn't hesitate. Where do I get those, Congressman Walsh? Free health care. Hey, listen. Hillary, earlier this year. Hillary, all of next year, baby. All of next year, baby, because Hillary's got to get young people excited. What's she doing? Free college. It's coming. It's here. The Democrats have been masterful in doing what they do. I will give you something, you will accept it, and you will keep voting for me because you want that welfare. You want that health care. You want those corporate subsidies. You want legalization. You want, and they give and they give and they give. And I gotta tell you something right now. Even though we're smiling and we're laughing and we're having fun, understand what animates me is our side is losing. They're winning. That's working. Gosh, it would be fun to be that way just once. It's working. Understand why everybody in this room, whether you call yourselves a Republican, or you're a conservative, or you're a grassroots activist, or you're a Tea Party crazy like I am, whatever you are, all together, we're losing. Because it works. And it's not just because of the politicians. The guys giving. The girls giving. To give, somebody's got to have their hand out. Somebody's got to want it too. This has been going on for a long, long time. Obama is like an accident. A very scary accident. Obama is an accidental president. Obama got elected because he's black. It's no more complicated than that. End of story. Everybody wanted to vote for the black guy. It became so cool. That's why Obama got elected. No, it's the people who elected an Obama, who stopped thinking. Obama got re-elected in 2012 because he learned, now I'm the president, now I'm going to do what Democrats do and I'll give people stuff. Hillary's doing the same thing. And I know you're jazzed about Cruz, or you're jazzed about Rubio, or you're jazzed about... Anybody jazzed about Jeb? Give it up for Jeb! Security, get him out of here! No matter who you're jazzed about, know, and this is why you're going to work so darn hard the next year, Hillary is going to be tough to beat. Know that and believe that. Don't just think, oh, the country's sick of Obama. We got a great chance. Hillary's an old woman. We're going to win. Marco Rubio's like 14 years old. He's really excited. Marco Rubio's going to get the youth vote. And Ted Cruz, he's 16. One of them is going to win. And then we're going to get the youth vote. Everything's going to be great. Everybody's going to get excited. Happy days are here again. No. Ain't going to happen. Not going to happen. And here's our problem. Here's our problem. Here's why you're in this room. Here's why you're with Turning Point USA. Here's why I'm with you. And here's why, when I said at the beginning, stand up. High 10. I mean this. I am honored to be with you guys. I'm honored to be with you. You maybe just wanted to hear me talk because you go, there goes that crazy Joe Walsh again. I am honored to be with you. You can sit up. Because what did I say at the beginning? We have begun the third American Revolution. I'm 50-something years old. It's not going to be over by the time I die. We win this revolution. We win this fight. We sort of maybe get back to a free country. It's on you. It's up to you. I'm going to retire in about 10 years, go down to Florida. Are we in Florida, Emily? I'm going to go down to Florida. I'm going to have one of those fruity drinks with an umbrella, and I'm just going to kick back for the rest of my life. You all are going to have to do something about this. Here's our problem. Here's our problem. Here's why we're where we at. Joe Walsh, former Congressman Joe Walsh, how did it get this way? How did we get to a point where we no longer have a free country? How did we get to a point where we got this thing called Obamacare, which pretty much really, really soon will become government-run health care? How did we get to this point? How did we get to the point that when you're my age, there will be no Medicare? How did we get to the point that when you're my age, there will be no Social Security? How did we get to this point? How did we get to this point that when you're my age, at the rate things are going now, when you're my age, if I'm losing 50 cents of every dollar I make, by the way, that's my money. That's my money. Right now in 2015, I'm losing 50 cents of every dollar I make. When you're my age, you're going to lose 84 cents of every dollar you make. That's where we're headed. And the reason we're heading there, Republicans, the reason we're heading there, conservatives, the reason we're heading there, Turning Point USA activists, is because the Republican Party has stopped being the party they were supposed to be. The Republican Party, and I can say this, I was a former member of Congress, I ran as a Republican, I served as a Republican. John Boehner didn't like me, but I was a Republican. The reason we're here is because, man, I'll tell you, when I was a little kid, we had one party that stood for big government, the Democrats. It was such a simpler world back then. And then we had the other party, the Republicans. They stood for freedom and limited government. And you fought and you tussled and you debated. Freedom, big government. Not the case anymore. The Republican Party has moved that way. The Republican Party has learned from the Democrats. Blame Barack Obama until you are blue in the face for where this country is at right now. But it ain't just Obama. Republicans and Democrats over the course of the last 70 years have grown government. Republicans and Democrats over the course of the last 74 years have taken more out of your wallet and my wallet. Both parties have done it. Republicans and Democrats over the last century have spent money we don't have, and Republicans and Democrats together, holding hands, reaching across the aisle, all of that good, godly, gooey, bipartisan stuff, Republicans and Democrats together have bankrupted you and bankrupted your kids. Now, if you can't look in your gut, Turning Point activists, and acknowledge that both parties have done this to us, you're smoking something. And I'd like to smoke a little bit of that stuff. You got a problem? You're drinking too much? You're engaged in an activity you shouldn't be engaged in? You got to have a gut check. You got to be honest and say, I got a problem. You got to be honest with yourself. We all in this room have to be honest with ourselves and admit and acknowledge that even though we don't want Hillary to win, we want Rubio to be the president. I want Cruz to be the president. I want
Trump.
I don't have a problem with Trump. I want a Republican to win. Even though you want that to happen, acknowledge that the Republican Party has helped get us here. You have to. You're carrying the fight beyond me now. You got to believe that. You got to know that. We're trying to improve the Republican Party. We're trying to take the Republican Party back to what it should be, which is the party that says, that money you make is mine, leave it alone. Stay out of my wallet. Stay out of my pocketbook. Don't regulate my business to death. When it comes to health care decisions, I will decide what I do with my health care and my family's health care. We want the Republican Party to be that party. And it's not going to happen unless we hug the party and encourage them. Come on, Marco. Stand for freedom. Come on, Ted Cruz. Repeal Obamacare. I'm with you. I'm with you. We hug them. We encourage the Republicans. We give them high fives. We pat them on the back. But we got a shoe and we got boots. And we take our shoes and we take our boots and we do what with them? Right up the backside. We also have to have our boot and our shoe ready to kick the Republican Party, to force the party to change. I don't know who you like for president, but I know this. Republicans, because I served with them. Republicans, the last 40 to 50 to 60 years, they've watched what's been going on, right? They've seen the Democrats give people stuff, right? I almost swore. Free stuff, free stuff, free stuff. They've seen Democrats do this every election cycle. And you know what? Every politician, their aim in life is to do what? Get reelected. And so they see Democrats doing this election after election after election, and pretty soon Republicans turn to each other and say, I want to get elected too, so I'll give you free stuff too. I'll give you things too. Man, if the what's your first name? If a Democrat is going to give Jordan free contraceptives for life, hold on a minute. Look how excited he is. I swear I think Jordan thinks I'm serious. If a Democrat comes along and says, Jordan, I'm Hillary Clinton, I'm going to give you free contraceptives for life. Here's where the Republican Party is. You know, Jordan, you're a handsome young man. I'll give you free contraceptives for the next 3 years. Who's Jordan going to vote for? Hillary. Hillary's offering free contraceptives for life. Republicans come along and say free contraceptives for the next 3 years. What's a better deal if you want free stuff? What's a better deal? And in the meantime, who's over here saying, hey Jordan, you like to have fun? You got a girlfriend? You want to get involved with your girlfriend physically? Okay. Hey, it's your responsibility. Buy your own contraceptives. Go to the drugstore and get what you need. Who's over here telling Jordan that? Oh, but wait a minute. I know you're stopping, but wait a minute. What candidate is saying that? Is there a candidate out there on the Republican side right now that's saying, because remember, the Democrats have offered people health care for life, free health care, and that's where we're going. It's government-run health care. It will be all free. It'll be crappy health care. There'll be no doctors. You'll die, but free health care. What Republican candidate is over here saying, I like Rand Paul. I like Rand Paul a lot. But how's he doing in the polls? I love Rand Paul. Is Rand Paul going to be my nominee? No, and I love Rand Paul. And if he were standing right here, he's a lot shorter than I am. I say, Rand, I love you, but you're not going to be president. Because what's Rand saying? Rand kind of is coming close to that line. Hey, Jordan, whatever you do physically with a girl or a cis transgender, whatever you do physically, and if you got issues with cis transgenders, I don't think that's funny. I'm kidding. Whatever you do is your deal. You're responsible for your own contraceptives. Healthcare. Look, you got to provide for your own healthcare. You take care of your family. This thing called Obamacare, it's a bunch of hooey. Go out and get your own health care. Nobody is saying that, not even Rand. And I love Rand, because right now the American people don't want that. I mean, my God, imagine if I wasn't so loud. Imagine if I were more like Jeb. You ever notice how, Jeb stands? He's taller than I am. But imagine if I were Jeb, and I were more calm. Could I win if I went in front of the American people and said, hello, everybody, I'm running for president? In fact, I may start right now, Caleb. Where's Charlie Kirk? Is he here? Charlie, I'm breaking news in Palm Beach. I'm Joe Walsh, former congressman. I'm running for president in 2020. One condition. If Hillary Clinton wins, if a Democrat is in the White House, I am announcing right here and now, Joe Walsh is running for president in 2020. Sit down. You know, Helene, don't be scared. You know why? Charlie, this will be a great experiment, because this will be my campaign platform. My name is Joe Walsh. I'm running for president. If you vote for me, I'm not going to give you a damn thing. I'm giving you nothing. I'm giving you no free stuff. I'm giving you nothing. I'm going to Washington to do one thing. The money you make is yours, and I'm going to go to Washington to make sure that you can keep a hell of a lot more of it. I want you to keep almost all of it. I want you to be a free man and a free woman. I'm going to go to Washington. I'm going to do whatever I can to make sure you get to keep all your money. And then, you are responsible for your own life. You go start your business. You go find your health care. Jordan, you go find your contraceptives. You go do it. How would I do? Don't laugh with me. How would I do? How would the American people receive this? We're almost there. We're almost there, but we're not there yet. Amen. Listen to what I'm saying. This is why what you do is off the charts important. This is why, as I've said to Charlie and Crystal and everybody who knows me at Turning Point USA, I say this with a smile, but remember what I said at the beginning, I believe every word I say. You can't be me and not believe everything you say. I couldn't live with myself if I didn't believe what I said. I believe this. I believe America is almost toast. I believe we were given the most beautiful thing God's ever given this planet, a free country, and I believe we're about this close to losing it for good. I'm trying to smile, but I believe that. And I believe my generation has let you down. I believe my parents' generation has let you down. I believe my generation will be dead. I believe my parents' generation will be dead. Yeah, I guess that makes sense, right? And I believe you all are going to be at the front lines fighting this fight. You are revolutionaries. When I say revolution, here's what I mean. I think we're going to get to a point in America in the next 5 years where people stop paying their taxes. I think we get to a point in America in the next 5 years where businessmen and women say to their federal government, screw you, I will not abide by that regulation. It's killing my business. I think we're going to get to a point in the next 4 to 5 years where businessmen are going to flip the bird to Obamacare. I think we're getting to a point where in the next 4 or 5 years, there will be rioting going on out in the streets because people like me and like you who want to live in a free country aren't going to take it anymore. You don't get to decide when you were brought into this world. You were brought in now. For some reason, you, what's your first name? Hey, you got the most freaking beautiful smile in the world. My word. How can I be such an angry, crazy guy when I see that? You, God bless you, were brought into this world and brought into this country, I would argue, right now, at this point in time, right now, at the dawn of the Third American Revolution, to fight. To fight. You've been doing it on a college campus for the last semester or so. It's only going to get worse and it's only going to get bumpier. That's why you were brought here. And remember this as I close right now. Remember this. I'm a student of history. I'm a teacher of American history. I'm a teacher of American government. Doggone it! This is the only thing I'm going to get angry about. Don't you ever get to the point in this country where you look at our founding fathers and you look at the founding of America and you think, oh my God, that was like a lifetime ago. That was 1,000,000 years ago. Don't you ever get to that point. It was only 230 some years ago. It's still going on now. And every person 234 some years ago who made sure you would live in a free country, they gave up everything to do that. They gave up everything. Every dime they had, they gave up their lives to make sure that this thing called America would start. You are really lucky. And that's why I'm really excited to be with you always, because it's up to you to sacrifice everything to try to get it back. I wish I could be you these next 40 years. The next 40 years are going to be hellaciously difficult in America. I believe like nothing we've ever seen. You've been called to bring it back. To get it back. You're so damn lucky to have that calling. And it's why I say to Charlie, Turning Point USA is going to be on the front lines. In fact, Turning Point USA will be the front lines. In fact, you are all warriors and revolutionaries who are going to be on the front lines fighting to get back what we were given. To get back what we were given. God bless you. Thank you.